Well, howdy meowdy, I am the Damn Cat Gaming, and this is the GTRC's Hyundai Elantra Trophy, round 2 at Deep Forest. This wasn't able to be broadcast live due to commitments of the normal broadcaster, so instead we're just going to do a replay recap. And before we actually get into it, let's go into how the series begins. So this is the calendar of the series. This is round 2. So this is at Deep Forest. In 2 weeks' time, the next round will be at Lago Maggiore. And these same cars. It's pretty sure it's going to be carnage because that track is not very friendly. All right, and so the way this series plays out, we have 2 20-minute races, which is preceded by qualifying, which consists of our out lap and 2 hot laps to set our time. And then that sets the grid for the first race. The second race is reverse grid based on the results of the first. And if we can do so, we will also reverse the direction of the tracks. We have a little bit of tire wear, a little bit of fuel wear. We're racing on racing mediums, and weather is set to random. So for the tracks where it is possible, rain is always on the menu. And here's the standings after one round of racing. We have Maple Syrup here leading the charge, with Hair Razor not too far behind. Actually, he's tied with Superboy in second. Petrol is behind him with, looks like, 29 points. Bar behind with 19, tied with a Type R. Then you have Odyssey Motorsports, UU with 18 points. Myself, the Damn Cat, with 16, and Doug bringing up the rear with 13. And yeah, this is going to be interesting how today's results are going to affect the standings. And so we did our qualifying, and this was the results of the qualifying. We have Ishmael taking the pole, Maple Syrup as he is in our roster documents. Then Super was second, Bar starts third, Mike at fourth, Razor in 5th, Doug starts 6th, I start 7th. Eagle, who missed the previous round as well, starts 8th. You started in 9th, and Type R starts at the rear, brings up the rear of the grid. And without further ado, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let me get this set up real quick. Give you that all-important race footage. Most people would start here, but I like to be a little more fancy. Alright. Here we go. We are green light underway, and some people get better launches than others. Let's go to the front. We have coming into turn 1. We have Ishmael taking the first in, Superboy right beside him. Then Mike, Razor, Doug made his move up the inside. You side by side with Eagle. You have myself, Bar, and side by side here. Well, we were side by side. We've now lined up, and just mostly single file here in the back. Going back to the front, we have Ishmael, Superboy, and Mike, Doug, a big long chain of cars going all the way back to, looks like UU, a little bit of gap to Eagle, and myself, Bar, and Type R, bringing up the rear. So far, nice and clean, nice and steady. And now we're cooking down this bomb back straight. He picked up a penalty. Oh no. We got Eagle behind her, myself, Bar, and Type R. Coming into the final hairpin. This is a very accident-prone area when drivers are not careful. However, Ishmael and Superboy get through side by side, nice and clean. And yeah, we all made it through. We all survived lap 1. Coming in around the final corner, Ishmael and Superboy remain side by side, duking it out. Coming into turn 1, they're still side by side. Ishmael has the inside line, so he should be able to take advantage here. You have Mike, Razor, Doug, you pulling ahead away from Eagle a little bit. Myself, Type R's gotten around Bar, and then Bar's now Bar is bringing up the rear. Still almost a single file through here. That's basically how you want to take it through here. You don't really want to be side by, even though you can be, you don't really want to be side by side through here. Got a little gap forming here in the back. The top half of the field is still very close. Ishmael is holding the lead. Got Superboy right behind him, Mike right behind him, Razor, Doug. He's about to serve that penalty. Should let Eagle get by her. Let's see, does Eagle get the job done? Or yep, Eagle's got it done. He falls down to the 7th, and now I have myself up the rear bumper. Bar's gotten around Type R yet again, and Type R is now again in the rear. We got the battle for the lead here. Superboy and Ishmael again. Superboy now has the inside line, so Super should be able to keep it along. And then we have Razor, Doug, and Mike all tangled up here. Like Mike went wide. Looks like he might have missed his brake point, went wide to avoid contact there. They'll live to fight another day. You just gotten back around Eagle. Got myself, Bar, and Type R still bringing up the rear here. Ishmael and gotten back around Supra. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of jostling at the moment. We got Razor and Doug very close in tow, as well as Mike right there as well. Gaps starting to form between 5th and 6th. And then got myself, so I've managed to get around Eagle at some point during this exchange. Bar is trying to close it in, and Type R is keeping it close as well. Coming down the long straight, we got Ishmael slowly trying to build a gap ahead of Supra, who's now pulling Razor and Doug along with him. There's a small gap, followed by UU, who's kind of on the tail end of slipstream range for these cars, so should be able to close back in over these straights. Coming out of the final corner. Got a gap forming between UU and myself. Eagle is right there, right behind me. And you have Bar and Type R just duking it out here for the rear. Just that hashtag not last. But we're only 5 minutes in of a 20-minute race. Coming into turn 1, Ishmael and Super are again side by side. Ishmael again has the inside line, which allows him to maintain the lead here. And you have Razor and Doug right behind these two. Going side by side this way can be tricky, but these are some really good drivers. Should be able to pull it off nice and clean. Now it's really becoming a mess because Razor's inserting himself into this battle for the lead. And Doug is right there with him as well. Then you got Mike, and I think, yeah, you got Mike, and you was trying to get involved as well. Then you have me and Eagle right there, just ready to pounce on a mistake. You have Bar and Type R slowly losing the pack here. like your Super's picked up a penalty along the way. Likely went wide coming into the turn, coming right before you come into the tunnel. Razor's making, so that's Doug looking to make a move on the inside of Super. Does he pull it off? Looks like Doug backed off, or Super got the better run. Switch if Doug would just push Super, they can close back in on Ishmael. Of course, they're on the edge of slipstream here, so it may not be enough for them to close up here unless they can close in on it braking. Very doable. Get Doug and Superboy side by side coming through turn 1. Coming into the S's here. Supra's managed to keep ahead of Doug for now. You have Mike just hanging in there. Oh, he's gotten around Razor. And then right behind Razor we have Yu. Then you've got myself with a half-second penalty, Eagle and Bar all right up here close together. And then Type R trying to close that gap back up to Bar. He's slowly falling off though. Oh, we have coming around this corner here, we have Ishmael, Super with his half-second penalty, so he's going to drop back a little bit. It's going to allow at least Doug to get by, maybe Mike as well. Razor and Yu are pretty close together, and you got yourself around about to serve a penalty as well. So I'm going to lose out of position to Eagle and maybe Bar as well. Let's see. Ooh, Eagle had Super with a longer penalty than I thought he did. He must have picked up another one at the same spot. I'm trying to hold the inside here. Try to keep losing position to Eagle. I think we managed to get that done. Super's now back in the 9th, and Type R still bringing up the rear. He's closed in a little bit. Penalty serving has definitely helped him out a little bit. Ishmael is just now. Actually, Bar has the fastest lap at 1:35.4 at the moment. Ishmael's got a small gap forming between him and second. The second through 5th here, just jockeying and duking it out is nothing but a good thing for Ishmael. It'll allow him to pull away. Yeah, Doug and Mike, Razor, and you are all right there. Then we see Bar has moved into 6th. He is being Bar have swapped positions, it looks like. Because I was at one point ahead of Eagle, and then now I'm behind Eagle, and Bar's ahead of Eagle. Alright, so coming into this hairpin, Type R has closed it right back up. This back half of the grid is getting tight again. And Ishmael is running away. Doug, Mike, and Hair Razor duking it out and just letting Ishmael pull further and further away. They really need to work together to close the gap. Whether they do or not, it's another story. We got Yu right there, right behind as well. Ooh, someone just went way wide, look like. Might have been me. Yeah, I'm down to 9th now. Got Type R on my tail. Just keep an eye on just how big this gap's forming between first and that's back at second. Doug, Razor, Mike, and you all trying to duke it out. That's just letting Ishmael pull further and further away. Side by side through here, that is a risky business. They've gone single file through here. Solid move. That's good, but they just want to let Eagle close in and join the train. If Super here looking to get back ahead as well. Oh, Super got him another half second. Yeah, Bar, Type R, then now I'm bringing up the rear. Oh, fun. Alright, so we have Ishmael pulling away with Doug, Razor, Mike, and you just battling, just letting him pull away. And the Eagles join the fray, so 5-way battle brewing for second. Super's about to serve yet another penalty. Did a whippy wobbly there, serving it. Ishmael's gap is growing. Long train of cars here. They're pulling away from Eagle slowly but surely. Eagle's don't think gotta go exit out of the hairpin. And you have Superboy, Bar, Type R, and myself bringing up the rear. Ishmael's gap is building as Razor is trying to make a move on Doug here on the inside. He should get it done. Coming through these S's. That'll let Razor pull in the second for the time being. We'll go wobble though. I might give Doug an opportunity to make a move here. This is really where the biggest action is at the moment. These four really have been nose to tail all race. Yeah, Eagle just lurking at the moment. He's closing in, falling back, kind of yo-yo accordion style here. Super slowly bringing them back in as well. And then Bar, Type R, and myself trying to claw my way back up. Side by side there is so that's an overtaking spot for sure. Probably not the best strategic decision in the world. So Doug and Mike went in sideways, side by side. Doug gets a better exit. He looked at it, but decided to pull back and fall in line. Eagle's still right there, just lurking, just waiting. Yep, Super, Bar, myself, I did make the move on Type R, who's now bringing up the rear again, but we're not out of it. Alright, shall we have Ishmael? I'm losing my voice, sorry. He's just running away now. Razor, Mike, you and Doug all duking it out for second place. Ooh, that was a big impact. Eagle makes his way through Supra, Bar. So I think right there, Doug clipped EU. So he waited to let her get going again. Cost him a lot of positions in the process. And you use that running with damage. Fortunately, the damage is on lights, so the damage goes away in about 30 seconds. Now Doug's in the rear. Just trying to claw back after he serves his penalty up here. Doug is just not getting to the straight. Ishmael is not getting to the hairpin. We have Mike and Hair Razor side by side going to the hairpin. Mike with the inside line should be able to keep the position. If Hair Razor unless Hair Razor is able to pull off the over/under, he is not. He falls in line, and the two do get out later. Eagle's now in 4th. Superboy is now moved up to 5th. Bar up to 6th. UU in 7th. Myself in 8th. Type R in 9th. And Doug bringing out the rear. Now at this point in a recovery drive. Ishmael running away. Well, now just Razor and Mike are duking it out. There's now a little bit of a gap to Eagle. Super is closing and reeling him in slowly but surely. You have Bar, kind of the gap, kind of on his own between Supra and UU. Then you have UU with me right behind, and this Type R is right behind me. Trying to make it a three-way battle, and Doug is just trying to catch her up and get back around. But he's only got about under 5 minutes to get it done at this point. Whether or not he can do it, he's got the skill. We'll see. We'll see. So we have Hair Razor and Mike. These two are swapping positions, which is just allowing Ishmael to continue to run away. And then you have Eagle just lurking. Still, that's why it's really all he's done all race. He's just lurked behind his back pack. With the second place pack. Which is now just second, and which is now just Razor and Mike. Two other members have fallen out of that pack. But Superboy is catching up to Eagle a little bit here. You have Bar, me, myself, Type R, and Doug. Doug is managing to reel in Type R little by little each lap. We've got a huge gap. Mike and Hair Razor side by side now. They're just battling it out. At this point, Ishmael just needs to keep it clean, and he probably walks away with the win. These two are probably going to keep duking it out. They do not want to let the other stay ahead. I think they both want to catch Ishmael, but they each want to be the car in front doing it, and the other to push. We have Eagle, who's starting to get some pressure here from Superboy. We have Bar, who's falling behind, whose gap is building to Supra, and he's trying to build a gap over UU, who's trying to get me off her back. Then you have Type R and Doug. Doug is slowly but surely reeling Type R in. At his pace, he'll be there within 2 or 3 laps. The problem is that's about all that's left for this race. Only about 3 laps to go. So we have Ishmael. Ishmael can still see Razor and Mike in his rearview mirror, so it's possible that they can theoretically catch him still, especially if Ishmael makes a mistake. Then you have Eagle and penalty hell for Superboy. Yeah, it's like every other time we look at him, he's got a penalty. We have Bar. I have somehow managed to get around UU. See if we can hold on to it. U's looking up the inside. Let's look at this. Up she dips back in. Gets a little bit more of that slipstream. Makes the move on the inside. And she has reclaimed her position. She's got that inside line. We have Type R and Doug. Doug is slowly reeling us in. He's running out of time. Likewise, Razor and Mike are running out of time to catch up to Ishmael, and their battling is letting Eagle and Supra slowly close in on them. You know, Supra's got that half-second penalty, so that's going to give Eagle a little bit of breathing room up here. You have Bar, then you myself. Type R and Doug. Doug is now right there. He is on their bump. He is basically on the Type R's bumper. And Type R's defensive expertise allow him to stay ahead of Doug. We'll find out here within the next minute, because that's all that's left. Ishmael's running away. We have Razor and Mike. They've largely settled in, looks like. Mike's close enough to where he can try to use a slipstream to get around, whether he opts to do that or not, or just actually at this point they're too far back to really push to Ishmael. They spent too long battling, so at this point it's probably gloves are off between these two right now. We'll go through the field again. We have Eagle still lurking. Supra is not too far behind. We have Bar who's trying to close in. And myself trying to catch back up to this pack as well in this final lap. Doug did get around Type R there. Type R's defense just wasn't enough for the potent offense of Doug Barrow. And Type R again finds himself at the back, but he's not out of it. He can fight his way back. Just gotta close in and make the move. Here, Razor and Mike. Like I said, the gloves should be off now between these two. At this point, it's who gets around there. The hairpin is going to be what matters here. We have Eagle, Super right behind him, Bar, Mia, myself, Doug, and Type R. Coming into the hairpin, Ishmael comes around. Razor's got the defensive inside line here, trying to run the over-under. I think it's safe to say Razor's got second place here. Let's watch Ishmael come across the line. Final time. Ishmael wins race 1 for the day. It's close. It is Razor and Mike. Eagle or Superboy. Superboy had another lap. He would have had it. Barmia myself in 8th. Doug manages to hold Type R off in 9th. So yeah, good race. It was close racing from front to back. There was not a huge gap between at the end of the day. Not a huge gap between Ishmael and last place Type R. Only 17 seconds behind at the end. So that's testament to how close everyone is. So in the end, Superboy has the fastest lap for that race 1. And so from these results for race 2, we will flip the grid. So that means that we'll have Type R, then Doug, then myself, Bar, Supra, Eagle, Mike, Razor, and Ishmael with the last of first challenge. Is he able to pull it off? Find out here in a minute. Once we get our race set up here for round 2. Alright, moving on to race 2. So reverse track direction, reverse grid. And yep, we're seeing the blue flag glitch, which means it registers someone as who isn't first as first. It looks like it's Superboy. It's saying is first, which isn't right. He's right behind Bar, so he should be 7th. It is what it is. It is a glitch in the game. It happens. But enough talking. Let's watch. Super gets one. The time that launched just right. Type R just gotta hold off. Just gonna have to try to hold off Doug. Super has already made his way into 3rd. It looks like, and this 4 wide going into technically turn 2. Well, 1. No, turn 1. Oh, you! Right off the bat. Chaos got to you. Alright, Doug gets around Type R. There was a whole kerfluffle. Looks like Type R's all the way down to 4th. He lost 3 positions in 1 turn. Wow. You have Doug and Superboy side by side. You have myself right behind them, trying to keep close. Type R's not giving up. He's one of that back. He's one of his pole position back. Now we have 3 wide with Razor, Eagle, and Mike. I thought I saw Ishmael in that mix as well. Oh, Ishmael's this is all cluster here. Got Ishmael here. Like I say, he's on the last of first challenge. You have Razor, Bar, Eagle going a little bit wide there in the dirt and the grass, and you have Yu hot on his tail. Little bump there. Then we come back to this front group here. We have Doug, who's managed to get into the lead. You got into the lead right off the bat, basically at the end of that first hairpin. But he's got Supra on his tail. Got myself there, trying to keep close, trying to keep up. You have Ishmael out by the end of lap 1. He is already from 4th all the way up to 4th. Crazy. This guy's crazy fast, man. You have Bar, Razor, Mike, Eagle, and you breaking up the rear. You have Supra trying to basically walling off Doug here to take the lead for the time being. You have Doug in 2nd, myself still right there, ready to pounce at a moment's notice. Ishmael, there's about 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds back here, and he is trying to close in. He's got Type R behind him though. You got Bar, Razor, Eagle, Yu in 9th, and Mike is falling back to 10th. These 3 are keeping it nice and close. Mike tries to make a move on the inside of Eagle. I think he got it done there. Ooh, very little room left there between Eagle and the wall and UU. Oh, and into the wall, UU goes. She's having a bad day, man. Bad race. Bad start to this race. Meanwhile, we have Mrs. Doug getting back into the lead. We have Supra, myself, and Ishmael in a very tight little net group here. Ishmael applying pressure to my butt. I'm trying to apply pressure to Supra, and both me and Supra go wide. What the hell are we doing? Right, and then gap forming between Ishmael and Type R. Who's got Bar up in. Oh, Bar's got a half a second. Side by side with Razor and Mike right there. Keeping close, we have Eagle, and UU is pulling into the pits. Coming into the first hairpin, Doug's got a small little gap over Supra, whose penalty hell issue has continuing into this race. 30 laps, and he's already having to serve a half-second penalty. We have Type R, Razor, Eagle, Mike. Bar just also served a penalty. He's fallen all the way back to 9th. And you're sitting in the pits, I'm guessing. Had enough. Something's up with the car, I suppose. Who knows? That collision with the wall may cause a little bit more damage that they need to look at. You have Doug, you have myself in the second after Superboy's penalty. Ishmael right there, right behind. And Super ain't out of it. He's right there behind Ishmael. You have Type R with the Razor on up his right behind him. You have Eagle trying to keep close. You got Mike behind him and Bar right there. And yep, I guess they had to retire UU's car. It is gone. She is out. DNF. We have Doug holding on to the lead after 3 laps. Get myself in second with Ishmael right there. Supra's falling back a little bit behind Ishmael here. And we have a huge gaggle of cars here. Type R to Mike. 4 cars right here, side all within about a half second of each other. And you have, looks like it's Bar just chilling. He ain't chilling. He's clawing his way back up. Something happened. I don't know what, but something happened where a little gap formed, and so now it's Bar, Mike, and Type R here in the rear 3. You have Doug. About a 1.5, 2-second gap to myself, who's under severe threat from Ishmael. Ishmael's want to make that inside move here. Nice, clean, tidy. Lots of respect and cleanliness shown there. You have Supra with yet another half-second penalty. The penalty hell continues with this man. Alright, we have Razor, Eagle. Oh, looks like Bar slammed into the wall there. Yeah, he got that little telltale damage. He hit that wall pretty hard. You got Doug, Ishmael, myself, and Supra both with half-second penalties. I feel like I took a very weird line through there. Don't know what's up with that. Then you got Razor about a second or so behind Supra. Eagle right there with him. You got Type R, Mike, and Bar. That damage went away. Bar's ready to close back in on Mike now. Got Doug up here in the lead. He's got Ishmael charging at him. Yeah, myself and Supra fighting here for third. That last podium spot. That precious podium spot. Got Razor closing in on us, and you got Eagle right there behind him. He's trying to bring Type R, Mike, and Bar with him. We're all very close together. Look like first to last might be about 9 or 10 seconds at this point. We have Doug, and just actually pulled a little bit away from Ishmael here. We have Superboy with me on his rear bumper. We have Hair Razor closing in on us. Eagle's right there. We got Bar, Type R, and Mike just jumbling positions here. We got Doug in the lead here. He's trying to fend off Ishmael. He's trying to run away from Ishmael, just like Ishmael ran away to the first race. Doug's trying to do the same here. But Ishmael ain't backing off. No, it look like you have Supra, and he's pulling away from me. And you have Razor who's catching up to me. Let's see what does Razor dare to make the move here? Nice. Keeps it nice and close though. He gets a better exit than I do. He's probably gonna pull ahead here in a little bit. We got Eagle, Bar, Type R, and Mike. Mike's got the half-second penalty now. Now we got Doug and Ishmael. These two are running away. Huge gap to Superboy. He's got me a little bit behind him. Razor closing in. You got Eagle right there. He's lurking. Eagle's lurking. No, Bar goes way wide there. I think Bar's gonna probably follow it. Well, he might keep ahead of Mike because of that penalty there. All right, so we have Doug. He's got about a half second ahead of Ishmael now. And looks to be about 2.5-ish seconds to Superboy. About a half second to Razor. Maybe 4/10 to myself. Like 2 seconds to Eagle. 1.5 to Type R. Bar's right there, and then Mike about a half second back. All in all, still very close pack, but ooh, it's really spicy now. Doug and Ishmael are right there. They are one on top of the other. Ishmael was peeking. He peeked to the inside. He might have had a chance to get there, but Doug, I think, did close the door on him. So Doug gets hold lightly for in the rest of this lap. Ishmael might set up for the next hairpin, though. He's definitely close enough to where he can make a move if he wants. Then you have Air Razor did manage to get around me. He did earlier, actually. Yeah, me here in 5th. Eagle here in 6th. He's just lurking, man. Eagle, that's all he does, man. That's all he's doing. Lurking. You have Type R, Bar, and Mike. Bar's making a move on Type R here as we speak. Don't watch this. Bar goes way wide, taking that deep inside line. You got Mike who gets around Type R there. Bar again goes wide out of the hairpin though. That potentially could be a penalty actually. It's wide enough. Here we have Doug under serious threat from Ishmael. Very close together these two are. Going through the S's. Small little gap there, but see if Doug can hold on. It's in Doug's interest to try to build a gap here. Whether or not he succeeds or not is a whole other ball game. You have Super here in 3rd, Razor behind him in 4th. You have myself here in 5th. There's about a 2 or 3 second gap to Eagle. You have Bar, Mike, and Type R with a half-second penalty. Oh boy, that's not going to help his case any. We have Doug and Ishmael coming around the final corner. And then once again, Ishmael is right on his rear bumper. You see Supra, Razor, myself, and Eagle closing in, trying to close in just a little bit at a time. Bar with a whopping 1 second penalty. That'll easily give Mike that position. He may also fall back behind Type R. So it seems like penalty hell has moved from Supra to these two. Oh boy. Again, Bar taking that inside line, and he keeps making a wide, very, very wide exit. Again, that's 3 laps in a row we've caught Bar with that very wide exit. Alright, up here we are, Doug and Ishmael side by side. Doug with the inside defensive line. Ishmael tried the over-under. They're side by side going in here. Plenty of space given. Oh, smack into the wall goes Supra. Pulled it. We swapped them just in time to catch that. Then you got me behind these two just lurking. And Eagle. Ooh, there's a little, quite a gap there. We have Mike. Bar with another penalty. Wow. So Bar's found himself in penalty hell now. Ishmael has since pulled into the lead over Doug. We missed that. I should have stuck with that. It's all good. Now Doug is going to try to basically return the favor. Stay on Ishmael's rear bumper. Oh, nope. Supra is not out of penalty hell. There we see Supra back there with a second penalty. So coming into this hairpin here, Doug is right there. He's closing, but Ishmael's closing the door on him. Ishmael's taking that deep inside defensive line. Works if he can hold it tight. Doug got that over-under move, so he's now side by side on the preferred inside line. Meanwhile, Supra's about to serve that 1 second penalty. And he does lose 2 spots for it. And Eagle's just there, just lurking. He's just lurking, that's all he does. That's all he's done all race, both races. He just lurked. Behind the front, we have Mike who's built a gap over Type R, who's now ahead of Barr thanks to his penalty. We have Ishmael and Doug. Looks like Ishmael guys still did get the better run into that front, to that corner. So these two are close by. Doug is not letting Ishmael get away. We have Razor and myself. I'm trying to keep close here. Again, taking a funny line. That white car is. That white and black car is. And Razor right there really builds a gap there. You have Superboy right behind. And Eagle he's just there. He's just lurking. He's just following, being nice and clean and consistent. Get Mike. Type R is around Barr. Barr with yet another half-second penalty. Barr and Supra, I think, are fighting for having the most time lost to penalties. Alright, so Ishmael is coming up here on the hairpin. Doug right behind him. Doug's going to try to keep it nice and tight. A little bit of a wide exit, but that'll let him follow into the slipstream. You have Razor, Self, Supra, Eagle, and Mike all within sight of one another. Then Type R and Barr coming around the hairpin, and Barr serving his penalty again. Alright, so Ishmael, Doug's right there. Doug's right there. He's not letting Ishmael get away. I think he's just waiting for the moment that he can actually get around. It's very nice close, very nice and tight. Then you have Razor, myself, Supra, and Eagle. We're all in a nice little bunch as well. Then you have Mike trying to close the gap here. Mike running purple. He's currently got the fastest lap. We have Type R and Barr. Ishmael and Doug coming through. Going in for that start finish line. Start lap 11. 4 minutes to go in this race. So about 3 or 4 laps to go. Let's say 3 laps to go at this point. You have Razor building a gap over me. Trying to build a gap over Supra, but I don't think it's working. And Eagle's right there. He's just close enough to do damage if something happens. Yeah, Mike, who's at this point lurking, and then Type R and Barr. Barr trying to close it back in. Let's see if he can do it here. Barr takes a wide line through there this time. I think he's learned his lesson. All right. Oh, keep missing this. Alright, so Doug has gotten around Ishmael now. We missed the overtake. Now Doug's going to be fighting to keep Ishmael behind him. He's got to do it for 3 whole minutes. That's 2 laps. He's got 2 laps to keep Ishmael behind him. And we know Ishmael's quick. We know Doug's quick. And you have Razor just lurking right here behind him. He's building a gap over myself and Supra. And Eagle's right there. he's ready to pounce as well if the opportunity presents. Then you have Mike, who's trying to close in as well. Bar got around our Type R. Oh! Well, he had gotten around Type R. But he went way too wide there. Alright. Coming out there, Ben Doug's got the lead still. He's trying to run away from Ishmael. He's trying to get around him and run away from Razor at the same time. You have Razor, myself, Super making a move to the inside. I think he did get the better exit out of that corner. He's just going to run it up the inside here, I think. Or does he back out of it? Nope, he's going to send it up the inside. We're keeping it side by side at the same time. We're not giving up on the fight here, but Type R ends up. And Superboy, wow. Gets the job done. And now Eagle's right there. Bar does manage to get back around Type R. And we're coming back to this fight for the lead here. Coming up on the final lap. This time around will be the last time around. Can Doug hold off Ishmael over the course of this lap? I think we're just going to stay here. So this is really where the closest action is at this point. So we'll stay here and watch these two. See, does Ishmael's trying to make a move there. A little door action there. They both take a tight inside line. Doug gets a better run out. I think Razor is slowly closing in. Slowly but surely. Nope, these two guys. Huge run away from Razor. It's just these two now. Doug has got half the track remaining to keep Ishmael behind. Can he do it? Coming up onto this little tunnel, this little bridge here. Ooh, a little bit of wall contact, it looked like with Ishmael there. That might be exactly what Doug needs to be able to hold him at bay. Ishmael's right there, he can still pounce. If he gets the run here. It's like Ishmael on the inside, Doug shuts the door. Ishmael goes wide, trying to find a line around him. But I think Doug does manage to keep Ishmael at bay. Razor in third, we have Super in fourth, Eagle get in sixth, and myself in sixth. Mike with a half-second penalty in seventh. Par for course, has a half-second penalty. Does he have a big enough gap to stay ahead of Type R? That is the only question. I believe so. And Type R brings up the rear. And we see Mike 72 in the end does keep fastest lap with a 1:34.992. This is a close race, a good race. Doug manages to keep him to hold off Ishmael there at the very end. It was very close. Only half second in the end separating them. And you have Razor in third, Super in fourth, Eagle with a last minute move to take fifth place. You have myself finishing in sixth. You have Mike's 1972 finishing in seventh with the fastest lap. Bar in eighth. Type R in ninth. I unfortunately did not capture page 2 of this. You have Type R finishing ninth. And you with a DNF. Ooh, this is a fun series. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you all do as well. But I am the damn cat signing off. If I do this again, I hope to actually be able to do it live. I was not able to go live for this because honestly the first time I've done it, so this time we'll do it over recording. If there is a next time, we'll do it live. But I am the Damn Guy signing off. Remember, you matter. You are important. The light that you bring to this world makes it that much better, that much brighter. If you need help, reach out. Until next time.